How can we find gemstones in rivers? Stay with me. Hello and greetings. Today we've come to one of the seasonal rivers to take a look around. We'll figure out what kind of stones are gemstones and how to find them in nature. Look, we're by the river. This is a seasonal river. If you're going to search for gemstones, try to examine every single pebble you see around. What properties should the stones have? First, if you find stones along the river that are white in color, well, right now I don't see any examples here. When I first came along the path, I saw a few examples of white stones. These contain silica. Silica is the main component of most gemstones. Alright, come here and take a good look. In the specific areas you truly want to go, usually, it is advisable that you should focus on that particular part. Usually you should always go along the very edges of the steep slope. Let's proceed further ahead into this unexplored territory. We haven't really explored this particular area yet. We definitely want to take a good look around and carefully identify various important things. Here's a truly significant and crucial point. Usually gemstones have a hardness above 5. So if you go out into nature and want to see whether the stone you found is a gemstone, try doing a hardness test. Just like I told you, look here. Usually gemstones get stuck on the slope side. We have a few samples of these right here now. We can see, well, one is this one, that white stone I told you about, silica. And here's another sample. Look at this. This stone is velvet quartz. It's a really beautiful piece. This stone clearly shows that it's a gemstone. Why? Because its appearance shows it. It has an attractive look. That's one of the key points among all these stones. Choose stones that have a better or more distinct appearance compared to most of the surrounding stones, let's say. Circle around again and pay close attention. If you want to search, don't suddenly go to the middle of the river thinking you'll find a stone right at the center. The chances of finding gemstones? It's very low in the center of the river. Why? Because usually things settle and sink down. But in these sloped corners, like where we say the water hits, the stones can settle against the walls, and you can more easily find the exact spots where the small pieces are, so you know. Whether the area is rich in gemstones or not, this one is also on this side. Among all the stones that have fallen around here at this time, well, take a look. For example, this is a sample stone. Well, this one is an ordinary stone, but look at this one. Its appearance is completely different, it's layered, and it has a different color. Try to pick up stones that look like this with a different appearance. Now, if you don't have any other tools on hand and you want to test them to check their hardness and see if they're valuable or not, the best way is to pick up stones with different colors. Here, there's another small piece. Look at this particular sample. The second crucial point to consider is to always try to carefully pick out stones that are genuinely transparent and will readily allow light to pass completely through them. For example, this specific one right here is exceptionally transparent and clear. Alright, let's take a little walk around. These particular samples here aren't really worth picking up just yet. We're carefully following the subtle traces until we ultimately reach much higher quality stones. So, as I was saying earlier, gemstones usually have a hardness above 5. Come, take a closer look at this interesting sample. Look, among all the stones in the riverbed, this one has a completely different appearance and its inside is hollowed out. It's a really beautiful and truly exquisite piece. This particular one is definitely worth picking up and adding to your collection. Do you clearly see these interesting blisters on this particular side? These fascinating formations are actually agate, which genuinely makes this unique stone look really nice and quite appealing. In some corners you can see the tears, right? It's very hard. Unfortunately, it can't be broken easily, but still, it's worth picking up. If you ever see pieces like this on your trips, definitely pick them up and have them cut. For now, I'll leave this one here. Since our route is long, I'll put it somewhere so I can come back and pick it up later. Alright, let's continue on this path. When you're out in nature, make sure to examine every single sign. Don't just keep your eyes on the ground in front of you. Look to the sides, check the small stones, always inspect everything. For example, right now I see that the water flow is on this side, but there are more pieces of stone on the other side, so I try to move toward that side. Yes, there are plenty of samples scattered on the ground, but the ones that are actually valuable, worth picking up, or could be turned into jewelry or something precious, are not there. Sometimes you have to spend hours just to find a few really high quality precious stones. We've edited the video so it doesn't get too long, or we've moved along the path. Let's start from here. So there's a piece lying here on the ground. I want to show you each one by one. The edge is agate and the top part is quartz, but since it's been in the riverbed, you can't see the quartz crystals anymore. They've been compressed and that crystal appearance has disappeared from this side. Look over here. As I was walking, I came across this big piece here. This is why I always tell you to pay close attention to the riverbeds and most of the stones there, because of things like this. The edge is agate and the inside is quartz. Wow! Look at its size too. This particular side is quite impure, but this other side is indeed the beautiful agate part. Let me thoroughly rinse it with some fresh, clear water so that it becomes much clearer and more visible. See? This side is agate and this side is quartz too. Now, how do we determine if it's worth taking or not? Remember the tips I mentioned. Its hardness should be above 5, and it must also let light pass through. Do you see the stone's transparency? You can see it, right? So that's it. It means it lets light through. Now what about its hardness? What does that mean? All you need to do is take, for example, a knife or any piece of metal and scratch it on the stone. See if the stone gets scratched or not. If it doesn't get scratched, it means its hardness is above 5 and it has the potential to be cut. Here's another example. Look at this piece. Did it fall here? Okay. Look at its appearance. This stone is agate. Its surface looks like this because it has traveled along the river, and that's what happened to it. Let me break it for you. Look inside, see how transparent this stone is. This stone also has the potential to be cut. These can be turned into very, very beautiful gemstones. So we've now talked about both the hardness test and light transmission. Let's continue. Let's check the area further. Let's see if we can find any other stones or not. So we cut the video again and came down that path. I got a little suspicious. Here, look at the colored soils. If you're interested in learning more about these things, first, make sure to follow the channel. If you want to know what signs these colored soils indicate, be sure to write it for me in the comments so I can make a video about it for you. You see, I figured out from these colored soils that I might be able to find some good samples here. Let's look at the repeated and recurring pieces. Look. Wow, look at this. What a glow it has. What do you think this stone is? For those who are into gemstones and enthusiasts, let me know in the comments what you think this stone is. Alright, bring it closer so you can see it better. I showed you the signs of white stones at the beginning of the video. I told you to get that piece over there. This is a Swedish stone. It shows that the area has silica. Bring it a bit closer. Let me see. Around here, I've seen pieces like this. Bring it here. There are also a few broken pieces here. Take a look at this sample as well. The agate above is also quartz. This one is considered a precious stone too, but because it has cracks, it's not worth extracting. Alright, let's wrap things up. If you truly enjoyed this video and found it incredibly useful, please consider supporting it with a like and a thoughtful comment. Goodbye for now.